Hello YouTubers, subscribers and friends, welcome to my channel. It is a chilly morning out this morning. I am on my way to Honeybee Canyon, but I had to stop here and ride that zip line. Check on this swirl here. It's not crested, but I'm going to go to Honeybee Canyon, and I haven't been there in almost 3 years. I'm going to go check out some petroglyphs and explore a new area that I saw on Google Earth that might have a new crested swirl. I have no idea, but there's a lot of people out here today at the dog park. So I got about another 25-minute drive, so let's get going. All right, here at the Honeybee Canyon, parking lot is full. I'm lucky I got a parking spot. Last time I was here, it was almost 3 years ago. I was with a buddy of mine, Mick, from England. And this was the actual last hike that him and I did together. But yeah, last time we came out here, we went to go check on this huge crested swirl that I knew about, but I'd never seen. I've only been out to it one time. But I'm not going to go out and check on that because that's a 6-mile hike, and I'm only going to hike out to the petroglyphs and then explore around the petroglyphs. I saw something on Google Earth that I want to check out because it looked like it might be a ring crest from what I could see on Google Earth. It wasn't a very clear picture, but it looks like they built a new building here. Huh. No, it's not new. They just painted it. This is the actual bathroom. Women's and men's. Got my binoculars with me today, so let's go see what I can see. Alright. So it had been raining last couple of days, and it's supposed to rain this weekend. 10% chance today. These signs of water was here. But I think they said 60% chance tomorrow. Well, this ground is a little bit hard. Last time I remember walking in this, it was very squishy. So you got about a 25-minute hike from the parking lot to you get to the petroglyphs. And then I'm going to explore. From Google Earth, it looks like it's a wash that I want to explore. But with all this rain and all this overgrowth I'm seeing here, I don't think it's just going to be a wash. So we'll see when I get there. So it must have rained a lot over here because this whole wash is washed out big time. I've never seen it this wide. Usually there's a small path with all kinds of shrubbery around that you got to push your way through. Yeah, and this is a really hard ground here to walk on, making it easier to hike up this wash. Uh-oh, there's a helicopter looking for me. It always amazes me when I see saguaros growing out of the rock. And this whole canyon, I must have counted like 25 saguaros already growing out of the rock here. You can see the root right there. It's probably a 12-foot saguaro. That's not the only one too. There's 3 more there. There's a big one up there. These things are just amazing saguaros. There's an ocotillo growing out of the rock, and then you got barrel cactus. So the root system on these saguaros is just amazing how strong they are, because these saguaros can get to be 800 tons. This whole mountainside is just covered with saguaros growing out of the rock. Even up there, the big ones. I don't know what this plant is called. It's like those plants that grow out of the ground that look like little balls and you blow on them as kids. Alright, so when I got here, there was a bunch of people here, and everybody finally left. I've never climbed up on this rock to see if there's anything up here on top, but I came over here. This is the first time I ever walked around to the back of it. Look at that little pin cushion. The desert Velcro. Yeah, all the years I've been coming here, I've never walked around the back of it to see if there's any other petroglyphs anywhere. I walked up in there. I never found anything. It's strange that there's no mortars here, but let me show you the petroglyphs. Get down here out of the sun. Right here. There's a little sunburst there. Spiral. And then, I don't know. It's something there in a squiggly line. Spiral up there. And then if you come around to this side, there's a mortar right here. Speaking of mortars, I was going to say I'm surprised that there's no mortars out here. Here's the petroglyphs over here. You can barely see these two figures here. Something faint there. It's weird because this is not facing the sun. They normally make them facing the sun. There's a round circle, a line. And then that's a male petroglyph. You can see the thing there. Another spiral there. Figure 8. And a lot of people say this is an owl. I don't see an owl. I see a big figure with a space helmet on. But that's all it is out here. That and this mortar. Now, here comes more people. Where I want to go is that way. But I'll let these people pass by. They said there's a huge dam up there. They said they just walked up there and they had breakfast and they turned around and came back. So I'm going to go up there and look with my binoculars, because that's supposed to be a wash going that way, right? I don't think it is a wash. Not too many people go past this area. Like I said, they'll go up to that dam up there. Let's look at these flowers. I don't know what these things are called. Got these little pods. Might be squash or some kind of desert squash or something. A whole bunch of them here. Gorgs, I think that's what they're called, gorgs. Wow, this thing has been washed out with the rain floods. Yeah. So that looks like an easy way to get up right there. I want to get up on the top of these rocks. Last time I did, I went over on this side. There's bullet holes over here. Right there, like somebody's shooting a lot over here. Mountain bike tracks. Alright, let me get around over there. See what I can see. So there is kind of a wash there. Looks like it's overgrown. A lot of big swirls out there. So I'm going to head that way. They're building a new house up there. Going to go exploring that way. It's not that far, maybe a quarter of a mile maybe. But look at all these houses that are in this area here. Yep. Let's get started. It ain't going to explore itself. Not seeing anything yet. I have no signal out here though. There's a lot of giant swirls out here though. These rocks are slippery. This is how you find stuff though. You gotta bushwhack. Google Earth though, this looked like a big wide open wash. I've seen tracks I don't know if it's deer tracks or javelina tracks. But, see that big old crazy looking saguaro? I think this is the one I was looking for. I'm gonna go up a little further though. Crazy looking. I think that one right there is the one I was looking for. This looks like a machine gun. It's really hard to tell from Google Earth though. So my 2 pin locations is that one there and this one. And I measured that with my little tape measure. That is 30 inches wide right there. And even though it's not a crested, this thing is a monster. It's a swag guess is a good 35 feet tall. Is what my swag guess is. But this thing is freaking huge. I'm gonna go on this side over here. Yeah, that one I thought was a rain crest. It's just a round with a bunch of arms cluttered together. It looks like a ring crest on Google Earth. This thing is a monster, man. This area out here grows monster saguaros. And there's two, well, there was 2 monster crested out here, but one of them fell over already last year. But I'm going to go up in this area here and check around over here with my binoculars, see if I can see anything else. But it's not crested. The only way you know is you got to put boots on the ground and go hunting for them. That's how you find new species. So I'm looking for high ground. I might have to climb up to that thing up there. But this is one huge opened up area right here, which is weird. Look at them freaking choy cactus, how tall they are. They gotta be 6.5, 7 feet tall. See how that's all cluttered together? When you look on Google Earth, kind of looks like a ring crest. I'm trying to see if there's any petroglyphs on these rocks over here. I'm not seeing anything but a good spot for a mountain lion to hide. So I'm going to go up to higher ground there. Take a look around with my eye spectacles. See what I can see. So I got to the highest peak here in this area. The next highest peak is way over there, and I'm not going to go over there because that's way too far, because you got to go down and you got to go up and you got to go down, up and but I scanned this whole area with my binoculars and I didn't see anything except right up there, the very top of that peak right up there, in between those saguaros. There's something that looks like a crested. I can't really see it with my binoculars, so I'm going to get my zoom camera and I'm going to zoom in with that and see. But even if it is a crested, I can't go over there. That's a private subdivision, which I know for a fact there's 12 of them in that subdivision. It's called Stone Canyon subdivision, but there's a fence over there. You can't go past that fence. So yeah, there's absolutely nothing else. I scanned everything here as far as I can see, and yep, was down in that little valley right there. Let's see if I can see that monster saguaro that I saw. That's over on this side. But yep, no crested here. If I want to go see a huge crested, I have to go back out to the wash over there and hike 2 more miles. I can't even see that heel way back there with my binoculars. I need better binoculars. So I think I'm going to go right back down to the wash because there's nothing in this area. So I see something with my binoculars, but I can't really clearly see. It's so far away, so I'm going to try and zoom with my zoom camera. Is that a crested right there? I can't tell. If it is, I can't go over there because that's private subdivision. But I was told there's 12 crested in that subdivision. That's way, way, way far away. So that doesn't look that far away, but that took me 15 minutes from the top of that rock up there to get down, come all the way over to here. Come over here, look at this barrel cactus. Looks like it's kind of wants to crest. Yeah, it is. It is a crested. Right there's the crested seam. Huh. Well, I found a crested barrel cactus at least. I think it's probably 3.5 feet tall. But you can see right here it's wanting to crest right there. But, I haven't seen a crested barrel cactus in a long time. Alright, let's continue going that way. Alright, back down in the wash. It was much easier coming back down than it was going up to that giant saguaro. Here's that giant dam that the elder ladies were talking to me about this morning. Look how much it's dropped the dirt. It used to be just flush. These rocks are very slippery. So if you come out here, just be very careful. Well, I did not see a new crested saguaro. I did find a crested barrel cactus. So it's not a complete loss. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe when my sister's ready to come hiking with me, I'll take her out here next time. Go see that giant crested saguaro. I'll put a picture here of what that giant crested saguaro. It's another 45-minute walk up this wash, and I don't have time for that. I got some other stuff I gotta go do today. But if you like these kind of adventures, these videos, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. It's an old water trough, and if the Lord willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for taking time to watch my videos. Thanks for watching. How do I end my outro?
I'm gone.